Hello, my friends. I am back at you with my all-time favorite girl, Kristen. You guys probably all recognize her. Don't worry. I just have to mention I'm feeling like a princess today. Okay? When I wear a top knot, I feel like a princess. I don't know what it is, so I threw a crown on. Like, why not? I had this beautiful crown that I got at Style Fashion Week, and it just goes with my look. So I'm wearing a crown today because I'm feeling like a queen. Okay? That's how I'm feeling. As you guys remember, this is Kristen. We took her from brunette to blonde. So this is our third time doing Kristen's hair, okay? This is what we have happening. It's been 5 weeks since she has been this blonde. I had her go home, give herself a little bit of a hair break, okay? She has been babying her hair. Let me remind you, Kristen does hair, so she knows what it's like to baby your hair. So she's been doing Olaplex treatments. She's pretty much out of Olaplex number 3 because she's been doing it that much. Her hair may look a little crazy and frizzy, as you guys can see, but it's because she has no heat on it, not styling. It's been pulled up, and it actually surprisingly feels really, really good. So going through her hair, feeling the integrity of her hair, feeling the elasticity, it feels great. Honestly, she's babied her hair. She's been doing nice deep conditioner treatment. She's been putting nice shampoo conditioner on there. Hydrating, moisturizing shampoo and conditioner is very important. But what we're going to be doing today on her is changing it up for her. She has a line of demarcation because she's naturally a 6th level. My goal with her when we took her blonde was to lighten everything up completely, and then once we get this color to the point where it's light enough, we can now go in and fade away that line of demarcation and no longer have to have her worry about that. I'm going to give her a little bit of a rooty look. I'm going to get rid of the line of demarcation. I'm going to pull a little bit of some low lights through her hair to break up that blonde, and I'm going to take her a little bit lighter and a little bit brighter, and I'm going to kind of liven this hair right up for her. Let's first of all talk about that growth. Like in 5 weeks, that's amazing. That's an inch. Yeah, that's a solid inch regrowth in 5 weeks. That's awesome. We are going to match up her natural color. She's about a 6-7 level. So taking my color swatch, matching it. She's not a 7 actually. She's a 6 level. So what we're doing today is we are going to do a mixture of a base color, which is going to be a mix between a 5 and a 6 level. I am going to throw a little bit of 7 in there so I can get some nice ashy undertones. But for the most part, my result of her base, I want to have a 6 level, okay? And then with the same color that I will be putting onto her roots, I'm going to be throwing through her ends to her mid-shaft. And the technique will be all balayaging. That's it. Let me show you guys the colors I'm using. And already give me a thumbs up because I'm a queen today with this princess hair. I'm going to be using on her base 3 different colors, okay? So in order for me to get a 6 result on her roots, a 6 level result, I am using these 3 colors from Redken Color Gels, 6N, 5N, 7 Neutral Ash, okay? I'm going to do 1 ounce of 5N. Putting that in a double bowl because on the other side they'll be lightener. Go ahead and put some 6N in there. And N is typically a warmer tone. N always processes a little bit more warm to me, and that's why I like to counteract the warmth. A little bit above half on this, which is all I have left on 6N, which will be perfect. I like to mix my colors, and then we're gonna do 7 Neutral Ash, okay? So what's gonna happen is 5 and 6 level is obviously darker than 7 level. So the more dominant color and the more result of this will be a 5-6 level. The reason why I'm putting in 7 Neutral Ash is because I like the ash undertone I get. I'm not gonna get a 7 result. I'm going to just be able to get that 7 Neutral Ash undertone. And that's my goal with that. So we have a total of 2.5 ounces of color, okay? Is adding 10 volume Pro Oxide developer, 2.5 ounces of developer. Perfect. And you guys, I am going to be adding an Olaplex on that today. When you add Olaplex to your base colors, honestly, the biggest thing about it is it helps keep the hair from fading as fast. So that's the biggest reasoning, and the other reason as well is just ultra amounts of shine that gets added when you add it into your base color or your all over color. So again, I'm going to be mixing up that very, very good. This is 3 different colors and the results are going to be amazing. Here's the thing with this base color. I want it to process a little bit more warmer because I feel like Kristen skin tone needs a little bit of warmth, but also her blonde needs to be a little bit more cool tone. 1/8 ounce, which is my very last little bit. I'm officially out of Olaplex, but don't worry, do not worry. I got a backup. I got some magical gold right here. So I just put in 1/8 ounce of Olaplex into my base color. And I'm gonna be putting in 1 scoop, okay? And with 1 scoop, I'm putting in 30 volume. And I need my consistency to be a little bit more thicker. So I'm gonna just put in here what I feel best with my consistency, and if I need to add more, then I will. Going in here, mixing that up really, really well. I'm gonna be using my whisk here. I actually like whipping up my bleach butter with a whisk. I feel like it gets a little bit of a smoother effect. It does take a little bit more time to do. Got a full bottle of Olaplex. So what I'm gonna be doing, you guys, is I actually feel like I'm gonna be adding in more lightener because she actually has a lot of hair, to be honest with you. So I wanna take it to 1/4 ounce. Even with 1 scoop, it normally requires 1/8 ounce, but I do want to keep as much health as possible. So also again, you guys, now that I have her at a blonde color, I no longer have to strip out or pull out color anymore. So we're just going to be overlapping on top of lightening her hair. So my plan with her hair color is to only leave on the lightener for max 20 minutes. That's kind of my goal with her hair. If it's on a little longer, that's fine. But I wanna try to keep as much health in the hair as possible. So going in here, mixing that up really nice with Olaplex, 1/4 ounce. This is I'm going to go all around the hairline, and I'm going to start typically where the parting is, okay? Even though this will be all over the hair, I want to start at the parting so it can kind of just soak right in and get the most moisture as possible. So I'm going to go in here, and as you guys can see, what I'm going to do on her hair is I'm going to go a little bit past that line of demarcation. So the biggest thing, okay, this is perfect for you people who have a blonde, who have a line of demarcation, and how to soften up a line of demarcation. A lot of people think, oh, I'm going to just go ahead and just touch where only her virgin hair is, and that's going to lift her hair a tiny bit more. No, to soften, you need to go past that line of demarcation, okay? So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be actually going about 3 inches down. You'll feel scared to do this because you're like, crap, I'm going to have this harsh line of darkness. That will all be blended, okay? So I'm going to go through here and go all the way through the hairline, and then I'm going to work my way in to the entire hair once I get this all placed out. And you, honestly, the biggest trick with this is make sure you're doing it evenly. I have seen some people that have had lower here and higher here, okay? Make sure you're looking at it and you're eyeballing it. The biggest thing is eyeballing it. So I have it going to about here and to here. So if you're putting your fingers together like this and it looks even to you and it looks symmetrical to you, that's perfect. That's what you have to go off of, okay? I like to add it down the foreparting from the very beginning, just so again, that's where normally the hair is always going to be like blown and you're going to see it the most versus all the underneath hair. So just go through here, and in the back, you guys, I actually like to go a little bit lower because you kind of want to create it to go higher in the front, lower in the back. The reason why is because that's more of a natural look. The front is always lighter naturally, that's even without color, and the reason why is because your hair, when you're outside, it's getting, you know, the sun exposure, and you're getting more of a sun-kissed look, and the front is always more exposed than the back. And so that's why I like to go a little further down in the back and lighter in the front, just because that's what the more natural look is. If you guys know me, you know I love color gels, and the way it applies on, it applies on so smooth, so jelly, so shiny, and it's amazing. So this is kind of common sense. I don't necessarily feel like I need to educate that much. It's kind of just watch it and you see what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and do this all the way throughout her hair, and I will get back right to you guys when I start balayaging. Okay, you guys, so as you can see, this looks super scary, okay? You see that and you're like, holy crap, what am I doing? Nope, you don't have to be worried one bit. This is exactly what the route you have to go down to be able to accomplish the look that I want to accomplish, okay? So what I want to have happen, as you can see, I want this to gradually go a little lighter in the front, okay? So I kind of have it going at a diagonal. Right now, her hair is super porous because it's so dang light. That's a really good thing because I know that her hair is going to take this color just perfect. I'm picking up see-through sections, and I'm gonna just make sure I follow my guideline all the way through, okay? Obviously, the hair on the top is a little bit already colored, but going through here, I'm gonna still go down about 3 inches, okay? Taking it a little bit further in the back and brushing it through just like this. And I know this looks scary, but you guys, as a hairdresser, this is where your creativity comes in. This is where you eyeball things. This is where you become like artistic because you visualize what you want to see. And that's a big thing. A lot of the time, you have a client that comes in with this picture and you're like, okay, I know what you want to see, but there's no specific technique to that, you guys. You've got to vision it because you just have to. That's, as hairdressers, that's what you have to do. Still going over the line of demarcation. That is the purpose of softening up the roots. If you only touch the virgin hair, it's still gonna look very not blended at all. Out that dark color, okay? Perfect. So looking at this, to you guys, this may seem really scary looking. This is what I want to see. Go like this over and over again so you know that there's no harshness, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to weave out because I want to disconnect this. Normally with balayage, you just take the entire section and you go in hair paint, okay, and balayage it. But I want to disconnect it. So that's the fun thing again about hair. You be creative and you come up with your own little ways of doing it. So I'm going to take my color board here again, place this hair, but what I want to have happen before I actually go in here and place this hair, I want to take some color and add it onto my board. So that way I know the underneath hair is saturated and there's product on the underneath hair. Okay, then what's going to happen is I'm going to place that right through here. And when you do that, that helps the hair stay a little bit better onto the board. So that's always nice to know. Okay, then what's going to happen is I'm going to take, this is 20 volume, and I'm going to take that and just paint that onto the mid shaft all the way down. And I'm going to take it where I see where the line of darkness is starting. I'm going to overlap it a teeny tiny bit. I'm going to be doing the same thing throughout the entire hair, okay? And I don't need a ton more lifting in this hair. So I'm going to go through here, go ahead and paint that on. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to take my Redken blur brush. You all know by now, this has changed my life. and the way I do hair. I'm going to actually apply on a little bit of lightener onto that. What's going to happen, as you can see, I'm going to just go in here and soften up that lightener, okay? And what that does is it transitions super nicely. And you can just go in here and kind of eyeball what you need to eyeball. Then what's going to happen is I'm going to take a foam and I'm going to just place it down right through there and let that sit on. Next section I'm going to do. And I am going to be very versatile with this hair. Then again, soften up that line. And I'm going to weave, okay? This is what's going to happen when I weave. Here, okay? This subsection here is I'm going to take this hair that I weave out, put a clip on it really quickly. This hair, I don't want to leave blonde, okay? I want to break up this blonde a little bit. I'm going to take a foil, and that subsection here is not going to be neglected. So I'm going to go ahead and paint on that same color that I have at the roots. Because I want, again, this to be softened and broken up. I am going to do this every other one, okay? So now I'm going to undo my clip here, pick up the rest of the hair that I weaved out, take my color board, apply more color onto the board right here, place it, apply color, lightener through the mid shaft. And I am saturating enough, but not a ton. When I usually saturate, I use a ton of product, but I'm not doing a ton right now because I'm not trying to strip color. I'm just trying to pop out a little bit of goldy brass tones, okay? So again, overlapping, I am going to go a little higher in the front because I want the front to be a lot lighter. Okay, so just going in here and eyeballing where I want it to go. Taking my blur brush, adding more product on there, and blurring it together. And it just creates so much softness. Okay, then I can go ahead and just press that and lay that right on top of the foil. And what I weave out on this one, I want to keep that out because then that's when I'm going to get a little bit more warmer tones, okay? So I'm going to have a platinum, a low light, and a warm golden tone. That's kind of my plan. That's what I want to accomplish today with this hair. Okay, you guys, so when we get to the very top of the head, what I want to do is I want this to be very disconnected and have kind of a highlight look up here, okay? So what I want to do on this, again, I'm just softening up that line where you see darkness, but I want to take highlights to it, okay? I'm going to go here and highlight that out, and I'm going to be doing quite a bit of overlapping, but this will be perfect because I'm disconnecting that hair. So a lot of people ask, how do you get that beautiful highlight? Saturating all that together. I do have Olaplex in here, remember that, so the hair integrity will stay as healthy as possible. I'm not going to say that it's this magical wand and she's not going to have damage, but I'm going to say that it's going to save a lot of it. Okay, so I'm going to take my blur brush and kind of just blur that all together and transition that really, really nicely. I want this front piece to be very important. I think every piece of hair is very important, but the front piece is very important. So again, blending that together, weaving out. And this color that I have weaved out, I want to keep that tone because it's actually really pretty. Taking another foil and placing that as high as I can. But I do not want this lightener to touch the very tip of her roots, okay? Because then that's going to create line of demarcation growing in. So again, kind of just still placing the color here, overlapping. Okay, taking my blur brush and blurring that together. Perfect. Position and everything's kind of foiled and foamed and balayaged up, I'm going to take some saran wrap and I'm going to just wrap this up. And the reason why I do saran wrap is because it holds moisture into the hair and it helps the bleach lightener not flake and get hard. It just kind of keeps moisture into the hair. So I'm going to just go in here and place this into the hair. And then I'm gonna fold up my ending mesh foam and just stick a little clip on there, and voila! Look, like there's no words. I have absolutely no words. Look at this. Look at this color. Look at that ROOTY look. It looks fantastic. Look back for me. Yep. Look how that breaks up. It is stunning. It's natural. It's beautiful. We cut it up. We did a little bit of an inch cut off. We did the lob, okay? We did the lob on her hair, and we're obsessed with the cut, that color. Talk to him, Kristen.
I love it so much. Yeah.
Do you love it?
So happy. Yes.
This is, I feel like this
tone is so perfect.
Everything's amazing. We did the magical toner, and guys, don't hate me. Do not hate me. I just want to share one thing. As a hairdresser, I've given you my all, but there's one thing that I'm not telling you, and it's my magic cocktail toner.
She wouldn't even tell me.
I won't tell her.
She mixed it in the other room so I wouldn't see.
I did. So I don't want anyone to take my secret. So you guys, absolutely in love with the results. Everything we did, look down for them so they can see like the roots. Look at that transition. It's going to be amazing for her to not have to deal with a line of demarcation. Are you happy about that?
So happy about that.
She is a busy mom on the go. She can't have a line of demarcation. I am in love with the style. We just did a cute little bend to the hair, and honestly, we are in love. We're happy about it. We love the colors. We love the results. I will put down the colors in the description, what I used, and if you guys love it, thumbs up. Huge, fat, humongo thumbs up. Share this video. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me and my channel, and I will see you on my next video. But really quickly, guess what I did? I filmed this live on Periscope. Go follow me on Periscope so you can see us live, because we were having a blast. So my channel on my name on Periscope is That Blonde Girl Mandy. It's just my Twitter name. Anyways, you guys, I love you. See you on the next tutorial. Bye.